Hello, and welcome to Air Engine Research. I'm back now after being in Germany for 5 weeks, and it was cold, it was rainy. It wasn't a very good vacation, but I had plenty of time to go back and look through all my videos that I've made over the years and see which of the ideas I like the best and which work the best. The oval ring, like this would be in, gives the most torque, and that's very important. And I've got some of the valves already made, so I don't have to do that. But again, I decided too while I was there that I'm not going to continue working on the four-cylinder push and pull engine that I had. I've decided that I'm going to start 2024 with putting the engine that I currently have in my car and see what kind of problems and things that I run into trying to do that. The engine to the transmission adapter plate is scheduled to be finished the first week in January, along with the transmission pilot shaft and the air engine drive shaft adapter. That'll be also done. So depending on the weather, I should be starting within the second or third week in January trying to put it in, and I'll be taking videos, so keep track of my progress and I'll be letting you know. The major problem that I think I'm going to have is trying to get the transaxle lined up with the adapter plate so that when I try to put the six-cylinder engine on, that the pilot shaft out of the transmission and the drive shaft on my engine, that they line up okay. That'll be some of the problems that I'll just have to work through, but I'm sure I can get it done. I am kind of anxious to see finally how well my calculations and predictions will pan out when I get into it with them. But also to meet my original goal for the most power out of the engine with the least amount of parts, and that I make it easy to replace or repair things that are potential problems. But I really can't see where there'd be much problem. It's only going to have a cylinder. It's going to have this oval ring. It'll have valves, and everything will be right out in the open, except the bottom side where the valves will be setting. There's going to be two camshafts that I'll have to be able to get into to time it. And I'm hoping also later on, if I can come up with a way to put an advance on the timing. I did that one time in one of the videos, but it was just a handheld thing, and it had a center drive shaft and center valve that the drive shaft just rotated inside inside the valve, so I was able to turn the valve. But with this, can't do that. The entire thing will have to be mounted on the drive shaft in connection with the cams somehow. I have some ideas, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete it. Now this engine is going to be 5-cylinder. The original one I'm going to be putting in first is a 6-cylinder, and it is a eccentric drive. So everything is driven off of an eccentric like this in the center. So you can't get much torque out of something that small. This one, the cylinders will be pushing out and it'll rotate this entire thing. So here it looks like I had maybe a 3-inch stroke on the eccentric. This one here will be a 6.5-inch stroke, so it'll have a lot more torque. With this one, mounting this oval ring and the valves and the camshafts won't be very difficult, but coming from the valves up through the main plate, I'm going to have to make custom adapters that I can use to attach the air inlet to the cylinder and then let it come back out through the same setup and go out through the exhaust valve, which it's a double valve, so the inlet is here, the exhaust is here, comes out through this little hole. The top of it will be mounted to the plate, and there will be a 1.5-8-inch pipe through that sticks up through the plate. And then on top of that, I'll have to have an adapter to a fitting that goes back up to the cylinder, which I don't have yet, but they will be. I'll have to make them, but anyway. So that's about where I am. And like I said, I'll be recording everything that I do as I'm trying to get it put in and further down the road. But for now, thank you subscribers for checking in with me and watching all of my videos over the years. And anyone who's not a subscriber, please subscribe and check the notification bell and make sure you put the little all so that you get notified for all my new videos. I'm sure there's going to be some interesting ones. So once again, thank you for subscribing.